It's a really good pick.
Enough though to earn them that game 3 berth, or if Yakult's brothers will still figure out a way around it. I will say, like, 3 heroes, tier is, you know, very short range. You have the other 2 cores are melee against this Huskar. This is going to be a tough one. Like, if Yakult's brothers win this one, then it's like, okay, guys, we definitively are just a better team, and there's nothing you could have done otherwise.
Yeah, basically. I feel like everyone feels that way when they win against Huskar, right? Like, if you win against that hero, there's just like, I don't know, you feel vindicated. Or you just feel much better winning against Huskar than winning against most heroes. Winning against Huskar, Tinker, Meeple, Brood, it's a special feeling, you know. You just want to prove that you're in general better.
It's those kind of wins that, like, you know, when you say one more game for the night, and then, you know, that last game has the Huskar, and at first you're bleak, but then you win, you're like, yeah. That's a great feeling. I can actually go to bed on time. I don't have to stay up playing until 3 a.m. to get that W.
Let's see how it pans out. Like, I have seen different teams approach the lane differently. Different players, I should say, approach the lane differently. And I have seen teams dual lane mid as well sometimes into the Huskar. Like, if you're having a really bad matchup, you just put 2 heroes there, a support plus mid. Make sure that he doesn't have a good game. Look at this smoke, by the way. Yeah? There you go. This is an answer, right? Like, instant gank on him. He's got a very good block, though.
Yeah, his block is immaculate. He stood right on top of the high ground to make sure that this block was perfect. He's still in a deadly position, though. Let's see, will he get slept walk forward? No, he will be slept forward. Will they have the damage to kill him? Baboka is there as well. They throw out the blood grenade. He's inside the sprout. Aether Remnant will be there, and they are going to be able to find this kill. It goes the way of Emo, no less, on this Void Spirit. Nice little gank attempt by Yakult. Was a bit risky, but it paid off in the end.
Yeah, Baboka is actually staying mid to help and deny the creeps. He's just gonna dual lane him. Like, this is what I mentioned a bit earlier. Bristleback can solo, more or less. So, this dual lane is actually possible.
Oh no. Remember there was an era of time where you often have dual or tri lanes middle? The kind of situations that led to Sumail quitting mid for a while? Well, yeah. PP is not happy at the moment.
Yeah, the IO +1, the Lich +1 mid lane. Yeah. Good times, good times. 2018-17. I mean, they're actually relentless. Like, they might go for him again. Baboka might be overdoing it.
Baboka taking a lot of damage from the flyer. He's going to end up dead, but it's worth it because PP gets the cleanup right afterwards. So you get the Void Spirit, the full experience. You still get a kill on the Huskar. And Huskar, remember, he died earlier. So he has to walk back to this lane. He can't TP in.
Yeah, absolutely. Hold 11 bot lane, though. He's the one that should be struggling off of that. He does die.
Yeah. He dies, but at the same time, they also got themselves a kill on the other side of the map onto the Rubik. So Yakult's brothers, yeah, they end up losing this Bristleback. It's kind of tough, but like you said, he's playing all alone. So it's a kind of sacrifice you can afford to make with the way the game is unfolding.
No, absolutely. And I feel like it's one of those things that Old 11 should be fine with. Like, yeah, sure. I'm dying, but it's really important that Huskar does not have a game, so it's worth it. Plus, it's a Bristleback, right? Like, it's like leaving a Timber. He should be fine on paper.
Also, Old 11 is from the old school of playing offlane. He raised himself in the Suicide days, where every game was 3 versus 1, so he knows how to handle this kind of adversity.
Yeah, absolutely. He's already got Bracer, 7 last hits versus the 11 on Pango. I mean, he's doing all right. He's doing as fine as Pango is, and he's been left alone, so, yeah.
For me, the big difference, look at the CS middle, almost being tripled up on the Huskar. I don't think I've ever seen like a Huskar be in this position and then win the game. Oh my goodness, they're gonna go on him again. Here comes Baboka. They missed the Aether Remnant though. I don't know if it'll be necessary. Dissimulate comes forward with the additional damage. PP doing his best to try and run himself away. Emo, his spells coming back off cooldown. There's some assistance coming in from the Ancient Apparition, but the help will come too late. We end up losing PP once more, and perhaps we have him sacrificing his life here with the Ancient Apparition Fortunately for him, the creeps haven't cleaned up around middle, so nothing to take away the tower aggro. AA lives. Husker, though, dies for the 3rd time in this game.
Yeah, I'm surprised this TP didn't come a bit earlier. Maybe it was on cooldown or something, not really sure, but yeah, I feel like you just commit a hero on mid lane. You just commit someone to bodyguard the Huskar and that's it.
Oh no. Well, he was supposed to be the bodyguard, but all he's gonna do is be food for the side of Yakult's brothers. Emo is on a killing spree, Lizard. 4 minutes into the game, he's 3-0-1.
Yep. They did deny the runes from him, so Emo will not be getting a recharge, at least on the bottle.
Oh, top lane. Hara's in trouble again. Here comes Baboka. Baboka, relax, brother. It's only a video game. Another kill onto Hara. They're chasing down Nevermind. He has shield crash, but he doesn't have access to the swashbuckle. Does have the point, though, that he's holding on to. There's going to be the double shield crash forward onto Ollie. We'll get Nightmare, a Sprout in front of him. Fly gonna put in some damage. Actually, he might just straight up die here. He does finally level up the swashbuckle, but it's too late, Liz. He's gone.
Yeah, nice body blocks from Baboka. Very nicely done. I feel like the Nightmare plus Sprout was, yeah, not played to perfection, but it was good enough. And, you know, like this Bane with the Sleepwalker facet is good on his own, but with TA it's even better. Like you get them to move into melt.
Speaking of melt, a shot comes out onto Nevermind as he makes himself available top once more. Baboka's in a little bit of a right-click war with Hara. He will get himself clipped, and that should lead to the death. Cold Feet will be there. He'll pop a very big one, but it won't matter in the end. Does end up dead, and that's a nice kill.
Yeah, he double tapped Sprout. I feel like you need to put it on the side if you want to sprout yourself off of the cliff, right? Like you need to put it on the side, so so you're not in the middle of it. That's all. Didn't really accomplish much.
Oh, but he's back alive again, going in onto Hara. Ollie got the initial setup, and Baboka will provide the rest of the right-click damage. I think that's what's so unfair about this support Prophet, right? It's still one of the best bodies in the game. Incredible stat gain, really good right-click. So you get the best of both worlds. You can still provide that early damage, enabling the team all across the map.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy how tanky he feels with teleport, right? DD is here though.
Okay, they're gonna go in. TP, oh my goodness, eats the first big astral step of the game. He dies for it. Baboka will eventually end up losing his life, but they're gonna make this at the very least a 2-for-1. Ancient Apparition got Sleptwalk in the wrong place. Emo collects his life. Double kill for him. Mega kill streak for the Void Spirit. He's level 6, 501 at the 7-minute mark of the game.
They just made this game a chaos, like, as you should when you're playing into a Huskar. They want to contest the Wisdom Shrine. This is so necessary for Curtains.
Curtains, can they defend this? They do have Hara here with the left. Baboka also making himself relevant here. Hara ends up dying though to the Resonant Pulse. Emo on an unstoppable streak. Nevermind realizing that he actually cannot keep this fight going. Forced to swashbuckle to the low ground. He has to abandon the shrine in the meantime. So both of them going the way of Yakult's brothers.
The mid lane. Keep in mind, by the way, Bristleback is just below the DK in net worth. Like, even though he's been left alone for the majority of the early minutes. A again.
Yep. Baboka putting in the damage. Ollie's right there. There's the brain sap. And Nevermind, all of a sudden finding himself in danger. Needs to be very careful about where he goes. He's still not level 6. So if he gets Nightmare, could actually end up dead. Baboka right next to him. They do have the Sprout. There's the Nightmare bringing him closer towards Fly. Here come the Melt Strikes, baby. Can Nevermind survive this? Well, he at least swashbuckles past the Melt Strike. Fly didn't want to wake him up too early, but this should still lead to the death of this Pangle here. He'll make them work for it, but ultimately his life is forfeit.
Yeah, meanwhile, Huskar, he might be dead again.
No way. Did he just get solo killed by a Void Spirit? He did. Yeah,
he was just farming. He was really low, as you should be as Huskar, farming the jungle, right? And Void Spirit. A lot of burst on this guy.
Well, he's about to burst somebody else because they get the vision onto Hara in the mid lane. The Sprout doesn't connect, but I don't think it'll matter. They miss with the Aether Remnants as well. Not the best execution, but doesn't seem like they'll need it. Astral step forward. Emo finding himself on a monster kill streak. 8-0-1, 9 minutes in, bro.
Yeah, it wasn't a perfect execution because he didn't want to use Astral Step, right? Like he tried to greed it out a little bit and kill him without committing his ult, but yeah, he did commit it in the end. Nature's Prophet almost 6, Bane almost 6. On the other side, the supports, 2 supports on level 4 that desperately need to get their ultis up. That's when they're activated. Prophet, even without the 6, like he's doing a lot on the map, right? Like these two, they really aren't.
This Prophet has just been a bane of their existence, and these supports, they're about to suffer a little bit more. The Wrath of Nature, not even necessary. Emo able to just mop up that Ancient Apparition. He is now getting more damage out. And look at this, Fiend's Grip going out onto the Huskar. Baboka supplying the additional damage. Bro, my mid Huskar is dying to the supports. What is happening?
Yeah, they just absolutely read the way that this Huskar wanted to play. The lane was devastating for the Huskar, and post-laning stage isn't any better.
Get a Nightmare now out onto this DK. They've griefed the Huskar enough. It's time to spread the misery to the other heroes in the enemy team. And Summer didn't manage to get back in time, so he will be forced to TP out. Ollie, bit too far away, didn't have grip either way, so no kill in that position.
I'm surprised no one went for Vessel on their side, but yeah, considering there's Cauterize facet on Huskar, right? I guess it's understandable. Still though, Dragon Knight won't be bad against him, I guess. It's just because Prophet can build it so easily, right? Like Baboka could go for it. Instead, they doubled up on the Orb of Corrosion, which is also understandable. Really good item for Emo, really good item for the Prophet. On the other side, we're just waiting for their ultis on supports. I feel like this is what might activate them a little bit.
Yep, I mean, we certainly aren't going to be having an effective Huskar for quite some time. He is kind of out of the game at the moment, just trying to finish off his armlet. In the meantime, Emo is able to claim a tier 1 tower middle. He's net worth leader in the game. You know, Void Spirit is one of these like mega snowballing heroes where if he has a start like this, you know, you were talking the other game about how sometimes it can just feel super oppressive. And I think we are about to see one of those games where Void Spirit just completely pops off.
Absolutely, and with this upcoming Invis rule.
Uh-oh. He's under a trap. He's under a trap. PP, they see him. They're gonna jump him. Emo goes for him. Misses with the Aether Remnant. Astral Step, though, in tandem with the Wrath of Nature bouncing around, does provide the necessary punch. And Huskar dies for the 6th time in this game. Mid lane, they found the sleep with the Nightmare Walk out onto this Rubik. So Hara will end up dead. Baboka is like, bro, don't you dare play my hero. Emo grabs another double kill.
Dragon Knight, the only one that feels kinda unkillable right now, even without the TP. Like, they probably can't go on him, but what can he do actually across the map? Can he actually make a difference? I don't think so, not right now at least. What surprised me is that they didn't give a lane to Ancient, by the way. That's something that really surprised me. They gave it to Rubik mid. I feel like, yeah, sure, Rubik needs it, but the ulti from Ancient might get you a kill.
Well, I bet he wishes he had the ultimate right now. It's getting rushed upon by Emo with the Haste Rune, but they're going to ignore the Ancient Apparition. They want the easier prey of the DK. Well, no, I say that, but Baboka's like, I'm not ignoring anybody, gang. Everybody can get it. These hands are rated E for all. Or everybody, excuse me, that's bad spelling.
Yeah, this is looking like a possible game already. Like, we are entering a stage of, do we call it, guys? I feel like there's a Vessel on Pango. He's the one kind of left forgotten on top lane. He's finding some farm. He's getting towards his blink. But yeah, I don't feel that's enough.
This might be the most shut down Huskar I've ever seen, like personally myself in a game.
Oh, you didn't watch that Quinn game? The 0-13 or something on mid lane? They did this.
No, I heard about that one.
Yeah, this is basically the copy-paste of that game. Same thing. Pango.
Goes down. Rubik about to follow. Baboka is literally squaring up 1v1 against Huskar. He will die, yes, but it took Huskar everything he had to make that happen, and he still dies in exchange. You know what? I don't care what else happens. Baboka God for MVP. Series MVP. He's just playing out of his mind.
Yeah, absolutely. I hardly agree. Like he's the one that won mid. He's the one that stood there on mid, denied the creeps, and also killed the Huskar a couple of times. And the rotations were min-maxed to the fullest with his teleport. This hero in general right now feels too damn strong. I feel like suiting saplings are good, like the facet is really nice, but just the fact that you can TP across the map, control the wisdom shrines as well, it just does a lot.
A man has been everywhere, and he's scaling into damage as well, building himself into an orchid to make sure that he has even more tools to make life miserable for the Huskar. In fact, he has higher net worth than the Huskar right now, Baboka does. Mid lane, we see Hara about to suffer at the hands of Emo once again. As Emo is now beyond godlike, 12-0-4 at 15 minutes. Okay. Okay, bro.
Aghanims, of course, already done into the BKB next. What's the play here? I don't even know. They do have the A6 now, and he's sending into the pit.
Okay. It's gonna connect. Will they follow this up with anything? Nevermind would have loved to, but look where he's at. He's actually being ran down. He's in danger of dying. He gets silenced right now by Emo. Hit with the Aether Remnants as well, and he is gone. Brought that nature connects. They hit him with the Fiend's Grip. Secondary Resonant Pulse used to make sure that there is no escape. They got a kill on an offlaner while still taking a roach, while still defending bottomless. And here, they're not just defending bottom, they're getting offensive onto the DK, killing him off with Baboka and Fly. Man, what are you supposed to do, Lizard? You're the smart one. Figure it out. Make a plan.
Call GG, I'm not sure. Like, there is really not a lot that you can do. The reason why this rush looked so simple is because of Bane. Just this hero being in the game. Like, if Bane wasn't in the game, you pop that A ulti and you roll in, right? Like, Pango is free to do whatever. But into the Bane, you just cannot. Like, it's too impossible.
Also, officially, Nature's Prophet does have Orchid now, and I do not see a single BKB being available just yet on the Radiant lineup. We have one, I think, on the DK. Once he has it now, okay. So we have one BKB. Ollie, gonna be the first one found. Can they burst them in time? They can. And they steal Brain Sap while they're at it. That's not bad. Old 11, sitting fearlessly in front of them. He's kind of been ignored in this game. Pops his Glimmer Cape, and he is able to get himself out to safety, so he's fine.
Yeah, he's absolutely fine. Chipped West, Glimmer Cape, Halberd can't take him down, but at least they get something, I guess. You know, you got a big kill. You didn't use the BKB on Dragon Knight. Like, if you're 10k behind, you're actually 5k behind with an inch depression. You know, if you can actually connect with Ice Blast and Ice Vortex.
Top. We're going on to Emo here, but man, they just simply lack the lockdown to hold him in position. If the DK was there immediately with the Dragon Tail stun, perhaps, but unfortunately they couldn't make it happen. You know, it's kind of surprising, right? We were talking about the relative lack of lockdown from Yakult, given that they only have Aether Remnants, Sprouts, and Bane spells. But it kind of feels like they have more disables than Curtain Gaming. Curtain Gaming just have not been able to connect flush with all of their stuns at once.
Yeah, they just have too much gold.
Top. Oh my god, Emo! The two hero silencers out. Can he get either of them down? He brings down Hara with the help of Baboka, and now Baboka shows up with the silence on top of this Pangolier. Nevermind, not even allowed to leave the scene of the crime, as he gets added as an additional victim. And while they're busy doing this, the rest of the crew takes out the Huskar. They have the full grip going out onto this Dragon Knight. He's taking so much right-click damage, and he will end up dead.
GG.
Bro, they're killing your crows across the map. It's over. There's nothing you can do. GG, well played is called. Yakult's brothers demolish them in 2-0 fashion.
Yeah, it was just a matter of time. I feel like from minute 13 onwards, this game was it was impossible to play. As a caster, I guess you kind of have to make things interesting for all the bros in the chat, you know,